Harlem Nights by Chris Collins was actually a fragrance that Kenya had purchased for me a couple years back.
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah, it was literally last year.
When?
For your birthday.
It was last year? I felt like it was the Christmas
it was
prior.
For your birthday.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
My name's Kenya.
My name is Sebastian.
He's the S.
She's the K.
And this is
S&K Millennial Living. Today guys, we have for you a fragrance, Harlem Nights by Chris Collins.
But before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, hit the bell and subscribe to our channel.
Thank you. So once again, like we said, today we're talking about Harlem Nights by Chris Collins, right? And this is going to be the start of a new series that we have that's going to be based on black-owned businesses. And these are going to be businesses that where we've bought products from and we really feel like they make great products, or we just want to bring them to the light. So Harlem Nights is a fragrance that Kenya had purchased for me for my birthday last year. If you guys didn't know, Chris Collins was actually a model for Ralph Lauren for about 20 years. He was born in Paterson, New Jersey. When he stopped modeling, he decided that he wanted to make his own fragrance brand.
He has about 9 fragrances in his collection right now, so hoping to definitely purchase more in the future because this one is great.
If you guys look at the bottle, there's a bit of a dent, so you can tell that I've had a bit of time to try this one out. So Harlem Nights has notes of rum, cloves, nutmeg, jasmine, orris, amber, musk, patchouli, and sandalwood. We're gonna start with Kenya because she has less experience with the fragrance. So I'm gonna spray the fragrance on her so she can get the opening. Shake your hands a little bit. All right, so she can get the opening. And I believe I still have a bit of the dry down on my wrist from early this morning. Okay, so what do you get from the fragrance when you smell the opening?
So yesterday we definitely thought, I told you yesterday it smelled a little powdery, but right now I definitely, the rum hit me. The rum hit me. And it's not overwhelming. It's very subtle, but now I think my nose has gotten used to it, and that's the rum smell. It's not powder. So yeah, it's the rum, and then there's something sweet in here. I can't place it. And now it's settling in the powdery scent. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Would you say it has like a effervescent or like bubbly quality? Does it for you? Like, does it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like reminiscent of a sparkly beverage that just so happens to have rum in it.
All right. All right. I can definitely get that. So for me, like, I guess piggybacking off what Kenya said, but like the first time I smelled this fragrance, I felt that it smelled like rum and coke. Like, think about this: rum and coke in a glass with a lot of ice, and the ice is starting to melt. So like the rum scent is dying down. So like you're getting more of that like watery quality. So it's a very, I know when you hear rum you might think it's a heavy fragrance, but it's actually a very light wear. Mm-hmm. And when I say light, I don't mean light in terms of performance. I mean light in like it's very air. It has an airy nature about it. So it's not something that smells dense. Like it's like floating basically.
Yeah.
If you could imagine that. If you're not really into fragrances, this would be a great fragrance, at least with the opening, to kind of smell what rum usually smells like in fragrances.
So I got Sebastian this fragrance last year because we enjoy a lot of fragrances. We're constantly looking for something new. But then I realized we didn't have anything black owned in our collection. So I did my little Google searches and watched a lot of videos, and Chris Collins kept coming up. That's what drew me to it. And I definitely, like I mentioned earlier, just want to keep buying every fragrance in his collection because why not continue to support black businesses?
Yeah, and I think he's probably is the most well-known black perfumer or like the owner of a black fragrance company because his work with Ralph Lauren in the past.
So next we want to talk about performance. This fragrance, when Sebastian and I sprayed it on our skin yesterday, in the early afternoon, probably around like 3:30, we were still talking about it at 10 o'clock. Like, we could still smell it. We sprayed it on our arms. And it wasn't as strong, so it's definitely not a beast mode fragrance, but you can still get a little whiff of it on your skin when you were moving around at 10 o'clock. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I would say the performance, like in terms of longevity and how long it lasts, is definitely a great performer. Like, I think it was, I would say you could get anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe 9 pushing it, but yesterday for sure at hour 7 we could still smell it clearly on our wrists. Projection is another part of the performance of a fragrance. Remember, guys, that projection is how far you can smell a fragrance, right? So I would say usually if you can smell a fragrance from like elbow distance in, that's pretty that's poor projection. Whereas if you can smell a fragrance within arm's length of someone, that's usually like the kind of projection you're going for. And then you have room fillers after that, but I know a lot of people aren't fans of room fillers. So for this fragrance, Kenya, for the Harlem Nights by Chris Collins, what would you say the projection on this one is?
I'd put it at the arm length. I'd put it at the arm length in the opening for sure. Yeah. Because it just, like, as soon as you spray it, it just like hits you immediately. Like, I didn't even really have to put my hand to my nose in order to smell like the notes on the opening. But I think as the hours progress, like, it is like a closer fragrance.
So I definitely agree. I think that within the first hour or two, it projects within like an arm's length, but then it comes a little closer.
So when you think about where you can wear this fragrance, where do you imagine wearing it, or where have you worn it?
So where have I worn this? I think it's a great evening out fragrance. Like, if you're going to hang out with friends, with some buddies, it's a great on the go fragrance. I think I wouldn't put it in the clubbing category.
Oh, for sure. Maybe
I think it might be safe for like for a date, like first date, second date, but just be with where that the rum note in the beginning, it does kind of smell like rum, so you'll be giving off those kind of vibes. But I do like the scent personally. It's one of the few more airy or aromatic fragrances that I have like a liquor smell to it.
And I imagine, like Sebastian said, like, it's definitely an evening fragrance, but if you have any professional work events that take place in the evening, I think that would also be nice. Definitely just don't spray it right before you hit the function. I would definitely just like spray it and then let it sit on your skin a little and then go to the function, because it is a great fragrance. It's super, I don't want to say warm, but I guess the word I'm looking for is inviting. Like, it is a really inviting fragrance. So
yeah, it's an interesting quality about it, because like we both said, like, it has like a bubbly quality, but it has like a lot of what it's called warm notes. So warm notes are like spices, or like, basically spices. You have your cinnamons, your nutmeg. So this has nutmeg and cloves, and so that's kind of warm right there, but it's also very airy, like we said. So this isn't something that you'd have problems with wearing in the summer. Like, you could wear this all 4 seasons, honestly, if I'm being frank. Maybe like you don't want to wear it on a 100-degree day, but on a 80-degree day in the 90s, you could probably pull this one off. All right, so we have a 5-point rating system. You guys may know it if you're a returning visitor, and it goes
from nah, I'm good, meh, it's alright, I like it, and it's a keeper.
Okay.
So Sebastian, what do you put this fragrance at?
This one is definitely a strong like. Kenya, come on, you messed up the video.
No, keep that in there. keep that in there.
Wow.
Come on.
Thank you, Kenya. Now, how do you feel about the fragrance?
For me, it's a keeper. I already told Sebastian he gotta wear this on like our wedding day / reception / yeah, because I got a lot in his collection that I want him to wear for our future wedding date. But it's definitely a keeper. Like, I like this on a date, on like, I feel like on a guy's skin, and definitely ladies, you guys might be able to pull this off too, because I actually might try it too. But in an evening, on a nice date, or at a nice like evening function, whatever you guys are doing, oh my god, chef's kiss. And in the winter, I feel like this will perform the best. So definitely before the season gets warmer, I'm gonna ask Sebastian to put this on again. So yeah, it's a keeper. Highly recommend. I love it.